So the job I'm doing today is I'm fitting the curtains to the van. We were umming and ahhing what to do with the curtains in the van, whether to go for blackout ones or just have the foil, stick on foil thermal mats, or whether to even tint the windows. And we ended up settling on curtains, but not blackout ones. So on a hot day or a sunny day, we're still able to get light coming into the van, but still have the privacy. And also then in the winter months when it's a lot darker, we still have the clear glass, so it's not too dark inside the van. I think this is possibly the best compromise for what we want. So yeah, so I've already fitted the back one and the side ones, or one of the side ones, and I've got the other three windows, so this window and then the opposite two. So I'll show you the one at the back. So as you can see the house through, but from the outside you can't see in. It is tinted. So yeah, and every curtain is in two pieces, and I think I need to adjust it. So what I ended up doing is I didn't quite realise where the screws needed to go for these rails. So if I show you here, you can just see a screw there. Oh, and this is one that I messed up, and you can see that there's another hole there. And what it is, you have to get it into that middle channel perfectly, or else it snags. So I think this one up here, I think this one's slightly wrong still. Oh, maybe not. On some of them there's a little bit of swarf that just needs smoothing out, so yeah, that's another one that I messed up. So this, you can see this, the old hole and the new hole, and I think the old hole just has a little bit of metal sticking out, causing it not to slide quite perfectly. Well, it does kind of slide well, but no, I were a bit worried what it were going to do around this third brake light, but it's not been an issue. These are quite stretchable. And we also, for blackout times, this is obviously another one, and they've got these nice little tie backs to tie them out of the way during the day. So yeah, for on a night time though, we do have the thermal mats. We got them from just CAMPERs, so there will be all that we use in the front of the van. And sorry, I just had a complete brain fog there. So yeah, the thermal mats are what we'll use on the front three windows, and we'll see how we go. We might end up buying a curtain that cuts the front of the cab off, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on with just the thermal mats. Something all I've got here is a white marker, just so you can see it nice and easy on the black strips. It cuts really easy as well. We bought this kit from eBay. I think it was something like, it was either 130 or 180 pounds. I can't quite remember. I'll put it on the video what we actually paid and where from. And the company does quite a few different colours. We ended up settling on the black. We did try the beige colour, but it were a little bit too yellowy for the sort of theme, and obviously this van is quite a grey heavy van inside. This is like now a bit more of a brighter, whiter shade of grey, and in the future I might cover all these panels in the same carpet. We'll wait and see. So yeah, but no, this stuff cuts really easy just with a hacksaw, which I'll just cut here now. It literally takes a few seconds and it's quite a good finish that you get. Yeah, that's that one cut. And then you have these little end pieces that go in the end of the trim, just like that. and you have the hole there ready for a screw. And that's just going to sit on like that. On this one I'm having to bring it down a bit because of the sliding window mechanism. I don't know how close I'll be able to get to that, whether I can just run it all the way or not. I might be able to just have it like that, curved round. It seems to be quite okay. I might leave a little gap. So that'll go like that. I'm not putting the other end in, because as I found out with the rears, you have to attach the curtains to the rail before you screw it all down. So I'll just measure up for this top piece now. The same size again. I'll take a piece of trim. I'll just put one end on for now. Which is that end. And I'll just go there like that. Looking pretty nice. What I've realised is I'll put the other end on that one. And then now I'll feed. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to just quickly mark on these strips, sort of the halfway mark, and then they give you 5 screws per strip in the kit, which is more than enough. So what I like to do is just mark on where the middle is to get the screws nice and even all the way along. And then there's no guessing really with it. You can just nice and quickly just buzz all your screws in. You're not having to work out roughly where you're going with it. Makes it very quick and easy to see your drill points. Now we get a curtain and work out which way around these are going. So that's the bottom, that's the top one. Now I just need to feed them on. So that's how they're going to go on. One up top there, just like that, and then this one here, just like that. So I just need to get my drill and the screws. So like I said, it's 5 screws per curtain. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3, 4, 5. Just running them in with a PH1 Phillips 1 screwdriver. So which way shall I do it? Let's do it top first, and then it can hang nicely. So I'll get that tucked up. I'm trying to leave a little bit of a gap against the window, but nothing too crazy. There we go. Right, next one. I think I'll do the middle one. Which goes there. Obviously just taking a little bit extra time just to double check I get this in the middle. There we go. And now it's hanging on its own. So I can just crack on, get this thrown in there. Alright, yep. Just put the 2 middle ones in. Just nearly lost my drive a bit then because we haven't got the ashtrays in anymore. That just nearly ended up going down in hole. It's been very bad because I'd imagine that would have rattled. Right, now we'll fit this bottom one, which I'll put, if I put them there, these ones somewhere here, it gives me nice access for the, I'll test that. That all works fine going past this clip, so I can have it right up against it
what's nice, these rails as well, they've got a slight beveled edge on them. So a slight, sort of, I won't even say 40 foot, maybe it's like a 60-degree angle on it, so it's just a bit smoother going against the bodywork of the van, which is pretty good. Again, just making stuff look a bit more professionally done. That's one. And now on this side, because I'm not having to hold it or anything, I can just go one by one. That wasn't. I didn't think that were going to work, but I tried it anyway. Let's try that way. I think I'm using the wrong screwdriver bit. I think I should be using a PZ one if I'm honest. Now I've just looked at it. But I've put my... No, I don't know if I've got that one quite good enough. No, that's fine. Yeah, I think it is a PZ one. Screws. Possibly. No, PH ones. We're okay. And last one. Push it in a little bit. Yeah, you can really curve these round. If you wanted to spend a little bit of time, I'd imagine you could even probably curve them up at the edges here, so the curtain ran all the way up to the edge if you wanted. I'm not that fussed, so I think for what we need, it's more than enough as they are. So yeah, and we've got some nice privacy. I'll show you it quickly what it looks like from the outside. It does from the outside just literally look like you've got tinted windows. So let's go around outside quickly because the battery's about to run out on the DJI. So you can see here that's what it looks like from the rear. And obviously the further away you get, so that's just what it looks like. Obviously you can't see in through that. So yeah, very happy. So that's it. So we'll get the rest of them done. And that's another job ticked off the list. So guys, the next job I have to do is I need to make a base inside this box here. So this is where the alternator charger is going to live. So what there'll be is a wooden base, carpet lined, that fits perfectly inside this square here. Then I'll carpet it and get it installed. So I'm just going to take some measurements and then I'll cut that and carpet line it. So as you can see, since the last recording, the van has had a bit of a change. So we've now got a wardrobe. It's got 4 shelves in it, which we think is the most effective way to use a space. There was an option to get like a hanging clothes rail with a single drawer at the bottom, but we decided against that. Don't think it would work the best. We've now got a fridge, which is the same fridge we used for camping when we used the tent, the TP tent that we have. We've just put a lock on the side of it so it doesn't move. Probably wants a little bit of a clean out before we next use it. It's even got a little freezer compartment, but there's supposed to be a lid here, but we don't have it and can't seem to find one to buy either. And then we've got our power bank that you just saw then in the middle. Not 100% sure if that's going to be where the power bank stays forever, but it's where it's staying for now until we feel what works best. Now got the sofa bed fitted in. It's strapped down on this strap here, so regardless of where we put the sofa bed, whether it's all the way at the back like it is at the minute in sort of sofa mode, or we want it further forward, or when it's in bed mode, if we just leave it laid out as a bed, it can always be strapped down so it can't be moving around in the vehicle. Same as the wardrobe, and the fridge is also got its own strap here that bolts it down, which means it's secure in the van, and also, like I've said before on the video, if we want to put it back to a bus and refit the seats, it's just undo the ratchets, lift that gear out, and it's good to go. What else have we done? We've now got Cash has cleaned all the vents that go in the roof, so these just want pushing back into the roof. These are for the ventilation system that just blows cool air. There's 3 vents there, and then there's three more vents back here. And then I've also got the interior lights to refit, but before I can fit these, I need to cut a bit of the carpet lining from the roof away, as it's a bit too thick to allow these little tabs to clip over the bodywork. So at the minute, whenever you're moving inside in the van, they just sort of work their way loose. And we've just got this map to fit. So this is going to go on the roof in the front cab, sort of here in this space. Hopefully just some drawing pins will be enough to secure it. And then the only other job I've got left to do is to remove the wheel trims, and repaint them the same colour, same silver, and to fit some new badges to them. So yeah, that's the update. Sorry we didn't record sort of fitting all this stuff, but we're on a bit of a time crunch and we just needed to get it done. Oh, and something else we've done is if I turn the power bank on, might have nearly broken them. This power's on. Don't know if I'm pressing the right button. No, I'm not. Should hear a beep. There we go. And what we've also fitted is that comes on there, and we've fitted some lights in the roof. So just some normal Christmas fairy lights that were on our tree one year and now are on the roof of the van. And we've also got this just IKEA lamp. It's got like a candle light bulb in. I'm going to change the bulb for a different one. But yeah, just that's our lighting for the van basically, just some fairy lights. And I don't know if I showed you, I think I've already showed you, the curtains are all fitted now. I've still to just sort out this rear one because it snags just there because one of the bolts is still not fitted properly, one of the screws. But apart from that, pretty much done is this van.
I thought we were going to show you how the sofa bed works. We already lie down on it, but we didn't have any like sleep over it yet, so we think it's comfy, but we'll see. I think we're going to do a one night before we go as a trial.
Yeah, test it out on the drive.
Test it out, next week I think, because now we're back at work. So yeah, over to you, Josh.
And remembering this sofa bed only cost £175. So what we have is there's a ratchet strap here on the floor to secure it so it can't move around as we're driving. And what we have is we have a D-ring here just to shorten it so the ratchet is nice and in this little area so it's easy to get to. Then we have another D-ring under the bed which sorts out the point as where the strap goes underneath here and down. As you can see, it's just there and attaches to another D-ring here. So what I have to do now is untighten this strap. So like all ratchet straps, you just release it, pull it slack, and just leave it out of the way. You don't have to undo it, it just stays slack. And then lift the foot part of the bed up and just release the tension on the strap on the bed. that's loose now, which lets me just pull this bed as far forward as I need. What I'll do now is this back bit has to come down like that. It's got 4 legs, 2 either side. Yeah, 2 on each side, but at the back of the van we've got a drop where the like the scuttle panel is, and I need to build some little chocks to go on there to allow the 2 outermost legs somewhere to rest on. So for now we're just going to use them 2. Then you just let it go like that, push it down so it's flat. Don't worry about them 2 panels, we've got the actual original panels. I just need to find a way to secure them, because as you've seen in the rest of the video, all the clips on all our panels just shatter and break, and they were done before we even got to them. There's like little bits of Velcro on, as you can see just here. So, and then this one doesn't even have the decency to have any Velcro. It's just straight out broken. So then on this bit that you sit on, you've got another 2 support legs that just lock into place like that. Now to fold this part out, I need to move out the way. Just stand on this little ledge bit here, and I need to work out how this goes down, just like that. And that's the bed done. Now this strap, we might be having a mattress topper, we're not sure yet, but for now I just unhook it on that side and just dump it there. That is the bed done. I'm 6 foot tall and I've got just enough room, well, more than just enough really, because that's me stretched out as far as I can. So I always just sleep on my side, so I've got more than enough room. I can't remember now exactly if this, so this has various little modes, so you can have it slightly raised up like that while you're in the bed. Every click is another one, so if we did want to be reclined, you can have it as far as you want. The one thing I've learned though is that to then recline this back down, you do have to bring it all the way forward without this foot part in your way. But still, there's not many folding beds that have like this reclining ratcheting feature, which is pretty cool. So during the day, we don't even have to bother with folding that part section of the bed up. We can just shove this all the way back if we want, to get a bit of space at the front, and we've got like a lounging bed, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, for £175 on Amazon, you cannot complain at all. Right, let's get this mat thrown on. Getting the wheels nicely sanded, nice and clean, ready for paint. How are you getting on?
Good. I thought I'd be worse than it, but I think I'm doing a good job here. Quite enjoy doing it actually.
Very good.
That's alright.
2 down, 2 to go.
Yay!
So these are the wheel trims. We've sanded them all the way back to remove any scratches and damage that they may have had. I've now been giving them, that's the second coat of this plastic primer. You might be able to hear, but I've just got the blower there, the heat gun, just speeding up the drying process between coats. Probably going to give these maybe another 2 or 3 coats of primer, just to get a really nice coverage on it before hitting it with some colour. So yeah, so far so good. Had a few insects land on it, which is the joy of doing things outside, but so far they're coming up pretty good. Fairly happy with them. End of the day, it's just to make them look a bit nicer, not all scuffed and knackered. So this is the finished, or one of the finished trims. Come out pretty good. You can see a few little defects, but damn sight better than they were. I think I'm gonna order some lacquer and do a clear coat on them. So I think this is quite soft, so I'm gonna leave them to dry and cure now for a good few days, and then do a clear coat on to finish them off. But no, and we've got some new badges to go in the centres, so yeah, pretty cool.
So there is finally time to put something nice on the van. It's not like it's not been, nice so far, but it's something it's gonna make this camper more campery. So it's the stickers for outside. I'm gonna show you the design in a minute, but we ordered them from the street race. Yeah, it is street race. They're gonna cover the whole side of the van, and I'm just gonna lie them down because I've seen that this is a good preparation, so they're gonna stick better. I also read that it's better to actually do it with warm soapy water, as it's big design and it's be helpful with movement and stuff like this. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm a bit scared because obviously we're gonna stick it on weirdly or with bubbles, then obviously it's not gonna look great. Obviously no one is gonna look so closed up, but still you want to have it perfect. So yeah, can't wait. We also have the YouTube stickers, so I'm going to show you them as well. They don't look that big as we would want them, but maybe it's a part of security that is good that they're not so big. So yeah, we'll see how it's going to look. Can't wait. I didn't realize how big it is. Obviously it's going for the whole side of the car. But yeah, it's massive. Honestly, I have to take another part upstairs because I don't have enough space. I mean, I could probably put one on the other, but I just do them separate. So yeah, wish me luck. So I decided to put them one on the other, as you can see. And we also have the trees as well. So yeah, it's like the mountains vibe and the tree vibe. So I think that's we didn't go original with this one. Most of the vans have the same vibe, and obviously we all want to be close to nature, and that's what we love the most. That's why we do a van life. So yeah, that's I'm very happy how it looks. However, I can't wait to put this up. Luckily, it's not going to be mainly me, it will be Josh. But obviously I'll be there to help. Wonder how many arguments we're going to have. So you're going to see this shortly. So I'm going to show you the little update we have done. We got a mirror. It's on the inside of our wardrobe. But obviously Josh forgot to record it. So I'm going to show you. I just put the clips on. So yeah, it'd be nice to, well, you can't see me now, maybe I'll go sideways. But yeah, it's gonna be looking nice. We already started packing, even though we don't have the paperwork, yeah. I'll show you. Yeah, we got our stuff for the kitchen. That will be full of clothes, so don't look at this yet. I'm actually surprised where we can fit stuff in, and I didn't expect them to be, to be able to fit like behind the wardrobe and stuff like this, but yeah, it's all working really good so far with the packet. I thought I'm gonna show you guys what a cool box we managed to find in range. First is clear, so you see where is what, and it has them metal, well, brackets. Yeah, so it keeps the box nice and steady. So whatever we're gonna put it is like you would have a, I don't know, plastic box. Very cool. I got one already underneath. Brought a blanket as well, which I'm gonna use as a coat to cover this sofa, because I'm not, as I said before, probably will be in the video, I'm not a fan of grey. So yeah, plus I think it will brighten the place up. Try to find as well something which wouldn't be too thick, because obviously during summer there is no one worse. Like I got a fluffy one, but obviously during summer when it's worst it wouldn't be right good to sit on something made of plastic. I also show you them boxes. I think I started recording but I didn't finish. Yeah, we managed to put quite a lot of stuff. We got our barbecue there. That's our foldable obviously bowl. That's for washing up all the gas. Underneath that we also have the cooker, and we fitted pans next to it, so they fit. We got another box which is smaller. That's where we're gonna put our shoes in, and yeah, the table was just on the side of the wardrobe. We just obviously moved it for now, but yeah, it's all looking very cute. I really like it. Well, you can see the shoes here. We started packing up on the back as well in the boat. Obviously we can't do it too high because the bed is going down, but luckily we have some boxes which fit in perfectly, and I think we're gonna have some tools on this side. So yeah, plenty of space. I'm really surprised with that.
So guys, we're going to be fitting these stickers to the van, or decals as some know them. So what we're going to do first is we're going to use some magnets just to secure them in place. We're going to use a microfiber cloth around the magnet just so it doesn't damage the sticker or the van.
Is this that low?
Is the best, yeah. So you can, I think it goes along this line here. So we'll just bring it over as a, or we can have it right at the bottom line here.
Może, well, depends really.
We'll just put it
with the
along
wheel
this line
arch.
for now. So we'll just put one there. And we'll stick another one there. Then we'll go get the other. What do you guys think? I'll show you the van as it is. So it's got like the forest section there and then mountains going up down the back.
So after I think half an hour we got the first bit, and we're not gonna bother with the spray because you're probably gonna see it. It was absolutely a nightmare. It didn't stick at all. Obviously the whole point was to help him move and adjust. There is no bubbles or anything, so that was fine, but it just didn't stick at all. So yeah, we're not gonna bother.
We'll try this first part of the next bit of this decal with no spray. We'll just peel a little bit off and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll go better than the first bit, because the first bit was a pain. You couldn't peel the top layer off of it or the bottom layer without it all sliding. It was so difficult.
But it looks nice though.
Next part. Yeah, it does look good. Just horrible to install, isn't it?
Yeah. So guys, we're back again today. We didn't manage to finish everything yesterday. However, we did manage obviously to do the whole thing, but it did go dark, so we had to stop, and we're gonna do other side today. We need to speed up a bit because we're going to work today, but I'm gonna show you now how it looks. Obviously, you're probably gonna see it was a nightmare to put on. But it definitely looks amazing though. Yeah, I really like it.
That's the van all finished, sticker wise. This side went on a lot better than the other side. Something we did differently was we stuck the first part of the decal down without any water, and then removed the backing and the front half, the front paper. Sorry, we sprayed water then behind the rest of it, soapy water. Then removed the paper backing and the paper frontage, laid it all on, so then the decal were kind of bare on the van, because that made it a lot easier to then navigate areas like this where the van needs to mould to the shape of the van, and like some places around here were pretty horrible to do, but yeah, got it all flat. And with that application paper on the front paper, it was really hard to see if you were getting any bubbles or any wrinkles in it. So yeah, taking it all off, and the water allowing you to peel it back off and relay it if you did have a wrinkle in it, for example. So yeah, a lot less stressful this time. First time round were an absolute nightmare. Yeah, first time round didn't really seem to matter what we did, it just wasn't going in our favour. So yeah, this time much better. So let us know what you think of it. Do you like the style that we went for? We particularly like it. We both like being in the mountains, we like being in the forest, so it suits us pretty well. But yeah, we think it looks cool. A bit better than having just a plain white van. From our point of view at least, just makes it a bit more interesting. So yeah, hope you liked it. Let us know if you've ever had any issues putting decals or stickers on, any dramas, because yeah, the first side this second side, as I said, went on perfectly, or relatively perfectly, but the first side, just absolute dramas. So yeah, let us know what you think, and you'll be able to see us out and about. If so, come say hi. Bye.